People to appear in the chat and then we'll get started. Hopefully we have a few people turn up in the chat, because our sky is looking pretty bloody good. Have a look at that sky. It's a bit windy, but it's looking nice. It is looking nice. And reception here is terrible. Yeah, reception here is horrible. I've streamed it once from here before and I should have remembered how bad it was. So hopefully it connects soon. Okay, we've connected. Okay, hello, Peter. G'day, Peter. G'day, Ultimate. I was just saying the reception here is terrible, so it's going to be very laggy. Hopefully the stream starts to settle down a little bit. But yeah, it's running very, very slow, very glitchy. I did a speed test and the speed test didn't even appear. It was that bad, it didn't even register a speed at all. Hopefully the stream will settle down a little bit. Yeah, reception here is really bad. I'm running at the lowest settings I possibly can. Hopefully the stream holds out. Hopefully it starts to pick up a little bit. We'll see what happens, because the sky's looking good. I was going to go to a different place because I know the reception here is really bad. I had another place lined up around, the sun is setting off to the left, and I wanted to go around there to do some wildlife photos, but then I saw this sky and I thought I've got to come around this side of the bay. So yeah, I'm just going to hope the stream catches up. I know it's going to be glitchy. I know it's going to be a bit up and down. So let me know if you can hear me. I'll come out in front of the camera. So, hello. Welcome to another Hervey Bay sunset. The cloud's looking good. Hopefully it stays there. It is breaking up as I speak. So we're still about half an hour away from sunset. And yeah, this wasn't the plan. The plan was actually to do some wildlife photos. I wanted to do some wildlife photos at sunset. But as soon as I saw all this cloud, I just had to come out this side, because over the other side, it's clear skies. There's not much happening. And I don't think we've done a Seascape session for a while, so let me know what the audio's like. Sound is okay at the moment. Okay, it looks like we're actually working okay now, so let me just catch up. G'day, Goshna, how are ya? Welcome. Margaret's in, Birdman's in, Mike, how are you, Mike? Peter, hello and welcome. Welcome everyone who's in. The sky is looking good, and I missed everything last night. We had a Christmas party last night, so I got to see the sky. The sky was fantastic yesterday, but yeah, didn't have my camera with me last night. It's always the way. Every time we plan something, whether it's a Christmas party or a dinner or something, things happen. So, g'day Kath, how are you? All good, can see and hear. Okay, good. Yeah, the stream is really bad. If I miss comments, I'm going to blame the reception. G'day Leslie, how are you? Yeah, see, Leslie's message has only just come up now. Yeah, I do apologise. Look, I'm not apologising for Hervey Bay's reception. It's crap. It is really crap. Let me just move a little bit and see if I can see if we can get this. Yeah, if I miss comments, it's going to be because they're not appearing on stream. I know when it runs this slow, we do miss things. Let me move. Which way is going to be better? I think down towards the pier might be a little bit better. So bear with me while I move. Everything will probably go jumpy when I move. So I'm down near the Gattaca's Bay boat ramp, and reception down here it is not great, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get up as close to the houses as possible. Oh, there's a butcher bird there. There's rainbow lorikeets. I bought all my gear tonight too. I've got the big lenses. I've got my whole bag because, like I said, I did plan to do a wildlife session. Okay, reception back here looks a little bit better. Reception back here looks a little bit better. I will try and bring you down to the water's edge when I get a chance. Yeah, bloody Harvey Bay and their reception. Mind you, I've got an old phone too, which doesn't help. So I've got my whole bag of goodies today. Yeah, I've got the whole bag of goodies today. I've got the telephoto, I've got the 24-105, and I've got the wide angle. And yeah, I just want this sky to do something. So once we get closer to sunset, hopefully we start to get some nice pinks and blues, if it doesn't break up too much. And you watch, it'll all start happening over here where I wanted to go, and this will all fizzle out. So I've got some rocks to work with. We might just concentrate on seascapes now that I'm here. I've got some nice rocks to work with. Now the tide's going out and it's going to be slippery, which I'm not a fan of. I've only got bare feet on it. In the meantime, yeah, there's some rainbow lorikeets right behind me. Nah, I just spooked them. They just flew away. So yes, welcome. G'day Linda, how are ya? So yeah, I've got a stick floating right in front of the camera. Let me just move over. I've just got to keep this phone where I get reception, because around here, yeah, so I just moved an inch and it has moved again. Pano Nut, hello and welcome. Loud and clear, good. So yeah, look, like I said, comments might appear late. We're running very slow out here with reception, so I may miss comments. Audio and visual, it's good. So yes, thank you, and thank you. Hopefully the stream holds out, and hopefully we get a good sunset. So let's see what happens. What am I going to do for starters? I've got a really bad feeling that cloud's going to start to fizzle out soon. And we've got a run out tide, which is not ideal either. We do have some nice waves though, so that's good. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Like I said, I've got everything in the bag. I'm just kind of waiting for the sky to do something. Waiting for some wildlife to come to me. So how is everyone? How good were those storms the other night? You're to the right of the boat ramp. I'm actually to the left of the boat ramp. So the boat ramp's to my right. So the boat ramp's just in behind these trees. So I'm to the left of the boat ramp. And I'm really hoping the sky does something. That's all I can really bank on at the moment, is that the sky does something. Yeah, reception is dropping again. Damn it. Right, let me try. I'm going to try moving again. See if we can just find a little hot spot for the reception. Yeah, I really didn't want to come to this spot, but we're here now. And this is going to be part of my challenge, is finding places where we've actually got reception. Right, over here looks nice. Let's go and work. I do like some of these rocks over here. So we're just moving around to try and get reception half decent. So I don't mind these rocks down here for my foreground interest. We'll get some nice side light here too, because we're sort of a fair way away from that sun. So we can concentrate. These rocks, they might not look great on the phone, but there's some really nice rocks down here, and with the outgoing tide, they're all nice and shiny. So sun is setting off around the corner, so not so much a sunset shoot. It's a sunset shoot, but we're going to be shooting away from the sun today. There's a nice side light on those rocks over there. I have not framed up anything at all. I was just kind of driving around until I found something I liked. And yes, this wasn't the plan. And sometimes these are the best sessions. Sometimes the good sessions are the sessions when you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, sometimes things just work. It makes you think differently. It makes you go looking for subjects, looking for points of interest. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm just working around until I can find something. I do like those rocks down there, so that's my first choice at the moment. So I'm just going to sort of wander around until I see something that I like. I do like, this was that place where I had my epic fail video, where I had a session where I did not like any of my photos. I don't know if I want to do that again. Let me see how slippery these rocks are. Let me actually put my backpack on. Like I said, I've got everything today. If these rocks are slippery, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. I just don't want to go slipping on my ass. I do have my Crocs in here. See, they're not too bad. I always check the rocks to make sure they're not too slippery, because I do have some shoes in the car which I can go and get. They're slippery, but they're not too bad. There's some weed there, that's nasty. Here's not too bad. The water's filthy because of all the northerlies we've had. So, yeah, the water's not super clear. I've got a leading line that's leading to nothing. So I don't want that. And this is what happened last time I was here. I had this leading line and it just led to nothing. All our colour was over this way. And I don't like when I have a line leading out to nothing and have my colour the other way. So now I've got to try and find some foreground interest rather than a leading line. Still a little bit away from sunset. I think I do like those rocks over there, and they're going to be a bit safer than, yeah, outgoing tide gets very slippery. So I might stick to the sand at the moment. Reception's terrible out here again. I'm not seeing comments at the moment, so I do apologise. I'm not seeing comments appear. Hopefully you can still hear me at least. Yeah, reception is just... it's horrible. Let me go and see if I can frame something up. Yeah, I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, so I don't even know if we're live, to tell the truth. Let me go and see what I can do. Yeah, this spot, I should have learnt my lesson. I've been here a few times and it's always been a fail. I think I had one good live stream here, but again, it's... yeah. The reception's very up and down. When I come back here, it's not too bad. So, bear with me. You know what, I'm just gonna... the sky's really not doing what I want it to do. We might have to go to a plan B soon. And, you know, this is photography 101. Sometimes you go to a location you don't really want to go to, and you've got to make do with what you've got, and I don't have a lot to make do with. Hello Pam, I can see that message. We've got hang on, do we have reception here? We do. I've got reception again. Sunbury Burr. Who's from Sunbury? See, I've basically missed everything. The last message I see is Sunbury. Hi Pam, I can see that. Hi all. Birdman, rocks to your left look sketchy. Yeah, I know. Especially on the outgoing tide, they're slippery, they're sketchy. I'm going to go around to the beach. But I have reception here, so I'm just going to let the stream try and catch up a bit. So yeah, anywhere between, yeah, the last message I saw was Sunbury Brewer, so I'm guessing someone's from Sunbury. And yeah, probably very cold down there by the sound of it. I did hear something about Victoria getting a very cold patch come through. Alright, reception is good. I don't want to move because the reception's good. But I've got to start taking photos. Because we are going to get some colour soon. There's enough cloud up here just to catch a little bit of light. There's enough in the sky that it's looking okay. It sounds great. Okay, good. Yeah, look, reception's running good again, so you're loud and clear here. Okay. Alright, good. Yeah, just all my comments dropped out. I could not see anybody's comments pop into the stream. So let's go and see if we can frame something up. Because yeah, we have some nice cloud. Now, how am I going to do this again? I sort of have a leading line that's leading nowhere. Alright, let me just set this up here for a second. I do like these rocks. These rocks have some nice texture to them. But see what I mean? How we've got a leading line, but it's leading to nothing. Our sunset's over that way. My main cloud is over that way. This is one of those places I don't really want a leading line that leads nowhere. I want some foreground interest. So what I might do is, let's get some side light on the rocks. Let's come over here. Is untouched. That's a good thing about the outgoing tide. You don't get footprints, so the sand is really nice. So I think that if this can catch some light, then at least my line will be leading to something. I love the sand. The sand is nice and clean. It's got some nice little patterns on it. I've just got to make sure I don't walk through it. So, and again, the reception's dropped out. Alright, I'll let it keep going and see what happens. I might just have to shift. I've got to shift the phone a bit until we get some reception. Let me just come back this way a little bit. That's a little bit better. Oh, Cara and Jason. Hello, Cara and Jason. Sorry I missed all the comments. Like I said, it's reception is really bad. The bit rate has almost dropped out again. These rocks do look good. I'm gonna keep shifting the phone around until I get some half decent reception. Look, it's just going to be up and down, that's all there is to it. Let me try and get as close as I can to the microphone. It's a little bit windy out here, not crazy windy, but a little bit windy. But yeah, look, it's a nice scene, it's not epic. Anyway, I'm going to get my camera out, take photos, hopefully the stream holds out a bit. Put my bag on a nice dry rock. I've got my wide angle on at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to use a filter just yet. Oh wow, yes, I saw that. I am going to grab a filter. There's some nice little waves rolling over those rocks. Some nice little waves rolling over the rocks there. There's a nice rock here for foreground interest. And now we're starting to get some nice side light, so this is kind of, look, it's something. It's not ideal, but it's something. Now, I want a half a second shutter speed. Am I going to get it without a filter? No, I'm not. Let me go and grab a filter. How many stops do I need? Not many, we're almost there. We're almost there. If I shoot at f14... So I'll show you how I work out how many stops we need. So what I want is I want to get my shutter speed to half a second, which is around about there. I want to be shooting around about f10 to f14, which is around about there. And as you can see, we're very overexposed. So to work out how many stops I get, if I change my shutter speed by 3, so 1, 2, 3, that's 1 stop. 1, 2, 3, that's 2 stops. 1, 2, 3, that's 3 stops. 1, 2, 3, that's 4 stops. So I need around about 4 stops of light cut out, which I have a 3 stopper or a 6 stopper. So I know we're losing light fairly quickly, so I'm going to grab the 3 stop. Because we are losing light. Once we lose light, the 3 stop should be fine. So let me go and put my filter on. So with the 3 stop, I can, if I need to, I can drop my ISO down to 50, which is not ideal because you lose dynamic range. If you drop your ISO below its native ISO, you do start to lose dynamic range. So ideally, I don't want to shoot at ISO 50, but if I really want that half a second shutter speed, I have to. So they're the sort of compromises you have to weigh up. What's more important? Shutter speed or dynamic range? And I think because I'm going to be shooting away from the sun, it's not going to be a high dynamic range scene. I'm going to be shooting away from the sun, not into the sun. The sun is kind of lighting up my scene. So that means dynamic range isn't going to be an issue. So I'm happy to go down to ISO 50. Yes, Leslie, the frangipani, it's pink and it is going off. That frangipani's looking very good. All right, now again, comments have just stopped again. Comments have stopped. I'm just going to take photos and I'm going to hope that you can all hear me. So I don't want to step through my scene. Every now and then, like this wave, they come and crash over the rock. So I'm going to use that kind of as my mid-ground. That cloud there hopefully catches some light and then at least we're sort of leading to something. Okay, half a second shutter speed. F11, and my dynamic range is perfect. Okay, so by looking at the back of the camera, my histogram is perfect. I'm going to put my 2-second timer on. I do have, oh, there's a good wave. There's a good wave. Let me get that as it runs out. Get that one as it runs in. That's what I want. I just want some wave action to sort of give me some foreground interest. I do have the remote trigger in my bag. I haven't even focused yet. I got so excited I didn't even focus. Let's focus out there somewhere. There's a nice wave. Now I don't know how I'm going to turn these into panos yet, because there's really nothing either side. So as for the pano challenge, the pano awards, we're just going to wing it. I just want to take some photos for now. So let me come and check the chat again, see if we're working. We had a massive heat wave last week. We sure did. Last week and this week was hot. Let me just make sure my camera doesn't fall over. So dig the tripod in. When you get a wave like that, sink your tripod down. Yeah, when you get a nice big wave like that, sink your tripod down. Now let me get out to 40. God, I'm all over the place at the moment. I was shooting at 24mm, not 14mm. That's better. Now I've got some sand in my shot. Now I've got space around my frame. It's looking good. Alright, I'm going to go up to F13. So I've focused on the far rock, which the far rock isn't that far away, but F14, 14mm, my depth of field's going to be fine. So with Seascape, I'm just going to keep taking shots as the waves roll in and out. The sky's just doing nothing at the moment, but sometimes I don't mind a bit of a blue sky. It's sort of more, I'm trying to get that, we're in the gold now and there's a little bit of light on the rocks, which is getting a nice golden tone to it. So that part, we'll get that wave as it comes in. Here comes a good wave, that's a good one. That's what I want. So I'm just firing off as the waves are moving. Here comes another one. Not a lot of whitewash in them, but I was hoping that sky does something. You know what? I actually like this shot without any waves. I think the sand looks nicer. I think the sand looks nicer than the waves, so I'm going to wait till these waves completely disappear. And get a shot just with the sand in it. Don't always have to have waves in your shot. The sand's got a nice golden glow to it. Here's we've got the side light. And that... it's boring as batshit. Ah, yeah. It's not the most exciting photo of all time, but I just got to hope the sky does something now. And that's, you know, we can have a fairly interesting foreground, but if the sky's doing nothing, it's going to be a boring photo. You really need that sky to do. See, now I'm wishing I was back around where I originally planned, but that's what happens. That is exactly what happens. Do we have messages? Oh yeah, I'm starting to see, it's the same message over and over. I'm seeing messages, but it's just the same message. Yeah, messages are just, again, my messages have dropped out. Apologise, but I'm not seeing messages at the moment. Hopefully we're still running. Alright, here we go. It's coming back. It's coming back. Oh, that's no good, Jason, but at least Neil's doing lots of live streams. Oh, what's no good? Oh, I can't see what was no good. I've just seen the last message appear. And then I'm going to expose from my sky and do the same thing. So now I'm basically doing a multiple exposure pano. Expose from my sky, expose from my foreground, and then just sweep around the frame. Then we'll stitch all them together. I don't even know why I've got my glasses on. Okay, now what we'll do, we're losing light quickly. We're right on sunset. We've still got no colour. Still got no colour. I'm going to slightly overexpose. I don't mind if I blow out that sun just a little bit. So I am working on a pano at the moment. Just exposing from my sky. Overlapping each photo by about a third. So as I overlap each photo by about a third, by the time we get over here, we're going from very bright to very dark. So then what I'll do is I will underexpose from my foreground, and then I'll sweep back the other day and we'll stitch them all together. We'll do essentially a HDR panorama. Just using my grid lines, basically using my grid lines to get a third each time I go around. Okay, so that's the pano. I really need to wait for that sky to do so. Okay, so no one's confirmed that they can even see or hear me. What do I do? No one's confirming that you can see me or hear me. Alright, I'm going to move. go searching for reception. The sky's actually looking alright now. Hello Matt, I can see a message. Starting to look good. Blue hour could be special. It could. I'm just scared the stream's going to drop out. I've really got no reception here. Alright, I'll try here for a bit. Let's see what happens. I do like this scene. Froze for a minute, keep going. Can see and hear. Okay, good. Alright, it sounds like we might be back. Yeah, it's running very slow, but we'll try it. Let me just bring this back closer to the mainland. The worst thing that's going to happen is the audio might drop out, but at least you should be able to see. Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. Alright, I've got to take photos. I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing any messages again, so I can't tell what everyone's saying. I'm just going to set this up and hope. If I keep it still, hopefully the reception will kick in. So anyone who wants to visit Harvey Bay, don't be expecting to ring family and friends very often. Okay, this is nice. I like this. So this time, I'm not going to use it as a leading line. I'm going to use it to frame up. I've got like the dark rocks here. I've got the dark foreground over there. So I'm going to use this to actually frame up my shot rather than a leading line. Yeah, I want to give that more space. Let's come back here. Now I am doing a pano, so I've got to give everything a little bit of space. Wait for these waves to come in. So I'm still at that half a second. I will probably need to take my filter off soon. Let's see how we go. So just sort of watching the waves now. Try and get a nice big wave. So I like this. What I've got framed up is these. Almost what you're seeing on the camera is kind of what I've got framed up. I wish I didn't put those great big bloody tripod prints in the shot. I need a wave to wash them away, but the tide's going out. We'll keep going. The sky's starting to do stuff. Not a lot, but stuff. Yeah, tide's going out quick, which we have is a nice glow on those rocks, which don't look too bad. I'm trying to picture a pano in my head, and it's sort of hard when you see the whole frame. I might come back down here and just include a bit more water. How does that look? Yeah, that looks okay. Get those waves as they run out. This wave as it runs in. Oh, I don't like those trees there. Those clouds are blowing out, they're very bright. Alright, how's reception looking? Hopefully you're at least enjoying the sunset. Bit pixelated, reception seems better, sound is great. All good audio and video, okay, good. Now I'm going to move it and make it shit again. Nah, look, I just want to be able to make sure that everyone can sort of see what I've got framed up. So I'll give it another minute for that reception to try and do its thing. Oh, there's a good wave. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want all this whitewash on this side of my frame. That's nice. That is really nice. Now I know we're losing tide quickly. That's really nice. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Here comes a good wave. There's a good wave. So I'll get that as it runs in. Nice whitewash under there. Get it as it runs out. Okay, there. They're looking okay. They're not epic, but they're okay. They're okay. I want more whitewash. The problem here, as the tide goes out, your whitewash gets a bit smaller. Comes a bit of a triple banger wave. Let's get this one. Yeah, that's okay. That's a good one. Get it as it runs. Here comes a really good one. So I'll get this as it runs out. Yeah, get some nice streaks as the waves run out. That was good. Alright, let's just brighten everything up a bit. We're getting to that stage where I am going to be doing multiple exposures. So when it comes to multiple exposures, I'm firing off a few shots just for my foreground, and then I'll expose for the sky and do that separately. Geez, that cloud looks good behind me. You plan a shot and then everything doesn't line up, so you move and then everything lines up and you'll wish you were back at your other spot. That's quite nice. I don't mind what I've got framed up here. It looks okay. I might even just come back this way just a little bit. I am taking lots of shots at the moment, just trying to get the waves that I want. I want to try and get the wave movement that I want, getting some as they come in, some as they run out, and then I'll expose from the sky and get that. Yeah, it's looking really good behind us now. Anyway, it's looking good either side. This spot, I always have issues at this spot. And I'll get a few shots with no water at all, because I do like the reflections. As the waves run out, you get some nice reflections just in the sand. Okay, we'll get this one as the wave runs out. How's that looking? Not ideal. So this is the thing with seascapes, you do need to take lots of shots to get that water movement that you want. And at the moment, I'm not getting the water movement I want. I'm just going to expose for the sky now. I've got a nice bit of cloud coming in from the top angle, which looks good. There's a good wave. Get that one as it runs out. That was better. There's some nice streaks in the waves then. Okay. Yeah, look, it's not the most epic spot to be. It's okay, but it's not ideal. Reception seems better. Sound and video, great. Okay, good. Well, we still have 15 people in here, so that's a good thing. Hopefully people are just enjoying the sunset. So, yeah. It's like look where all the colour is now. Back that way. That's where I originally planned to go. I was going to go over that way. And that's where all my colour is. And where am I shooting? Out here where there's nothing. Oh, there's a nice big thunderhead in the background too. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. There's a great big thunderhead out there that's full of golds and oranges and epicness. And I'm just shooting the wrong way. G'day. Yes, I should have just stuck with my original plan, and so I've got this kind of coming into the corner of my frame. Hello. But yeah, out where I'm sure there's nothing again, I've got this leading line that is literally leading to nothing. Which, yeah, look, that sucks, because look at that sky. Now, I know that I could go and jump in my car and go to a different location, but you know what? Let's try it. Let's go for a ride. Who wants to come in the car? I've got to do it, because here's just it's not doing it for me. I'm going to take you for a ride in the car. Bear with me, things could get very jumpy and very droppy-outy, but I'm moving. So, check back in 5 minutes and see how we're looking. I'm just going to leave this running. I've got to move. This place isn't doing it for me. So come for a ride in the car and we'll go and find somewhere a bit better than this. Yeah, the tree would have been good, but it's high tide, so I can't get to the tree, because I would have been there. I would have been at the tree as soon as I saw that sky. But yeah, high tide, it's just too high that I can't get out to it. I don't know how this car drive's going to go, but see what we can do. Ow. Up the steps. At least I know the reception will be a little bit better around the corner. And the cloud's high, the colour will stay for a while. Yeah, when the cloud's that high, it should stay for long enough. Now, I've just got to make sure things don't move around in my boot. Take the camera off the tripod. I've still got that filter on, I'll have to change that later. Let's just get somewhere first. Excuse the camera. I've got to go for a drive. Tripod in the boot. Or back seat, I should say. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down while I drive. This will be something different, won't it? Seatbelt on. Let's go. Not to hit that tree behind me. Alright, let's see if we can find somewhere with some better reception. So I'm not going to hold the camera, so you're just going to have to look out the window at the moment. Oh, someone's trying to ring me. That's me. I'm trying to ring me. Oh no, it's... I think the phone's just connected to Bluetooth. I don't know if anyone's still with me or not, but I might restart the stream if no one's there. masses around here getting the good light. Everyone is here. There's not even a car park that I can get to. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to drive much further. Let's just pull up here. And so here we go. G'day. Yes. I'm doing a live stream. Who are you?
All good.
Yeah?
I'll catch you later.
All right. Yeah, send us a message. Someone just recognised me. All right, let's see how we go here. Oh, I've got to go and grab my other tripod. Bear with me while I walk around. Forgot my actual tripod. There's our car. Alright, we've still got a little bit of colour up there. Again, this isn't where I want to be, but it might make for a nice shot. Show you a different part of Hervey Bay. Alright, how's that for a view? Let me just bring you back here a little bit. Alright. I'm famous, yes. I'm famous and the stream is working by the look of it. Reception is still a bit crappy, but have a look at that for a shot. Let me get my camera back out again. I'm going to take my filter off. I don't need a filter here. There's no waves or anything like that. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Midgies and mozzies are on me already. Hopefully that might scare away the tourists. Let me get some photos while we've got a little bit of light, and then I'll get my midgie spray out. Look at that. This is where I should have been earlier. No problem with this spot. People. Get lots of people. It feels very loose. Look at that sky. This could make for a good pano actually. With people in the shot. Alright, how's reception here? It's okay. Reception is okay. Let me bring you over this way a little bit. Look at that for a view. see someone saying he doesn't remember how old he is. Matt, are you telling people that I had a wipeout yesterday? Are you telling people that I had a wipeout while I was windsurfing? Have a look at this. This is really nice. I just need those people out of my frame. That is really good. Now, how much foreground to include? That is the question. Do I clone people out? This could be the award-winning shot. I don't think it is, but it could be. So I'm just focusing on the trees. I'm on the trees. I'm at F13. Just watching my highlights. I love what the sky's doing. It's over the trees. It's doing all sorts of things. This is much prettier, isn't it? Have a look at that. Let me just frame this up so the camera isn't interrupting too much of the scene. Have a look at that. And there's some nice colour over that way too. So this will make a really nice pano. Yeah, near Spence Street, just at the bottom of Spence Street. So Christmas party, this is where we're going to have it. This is where we're going to do our Christmas party. Because the car park is, like, literally, there's the car park right there at our feet. So nice, easy access for everyone to get to. We can get down on the beach if we want to. We've got the pandanus trees, we've got a nice grassy area, and we'll have Kerry's cupcakes. So this place will be good for our Christmas party, which I will organise soon. I'll try and organise the sky. God, have a look. Look out where I was. It's clear blue sky, nothing. I'm glad I made that trip. Just sort of caught the last of the light now. And blue hour will be pretty bloody good too. Okay, I'm going to do multiple exposures because just see what my foreground is going to look like. And that'll blur the people as well by having a longer exposure as they move. It should blur a bit. Yeah, exactly. That's why we have Photoshop. We can take people out in Photoshop. Wow, that looks really good. My first couple of shots are probably the nicest, but yeah, look, once we get into blue hour, that will light up really nicely as well. So how's reception looking? How is reception looking? Just bring this up a bit so I can read it. Yeah, reception's still pretty crappy around here. I just saw that. I wonder if Neil could do a live stream while windsurfing. We don't want people to see that, Matt, because then I'll get in trouble. I'll get in trouble for doing jumps and silly things and falling over and injuring myself. Would be funny though. G'day Crusher, how are ya? Shane's in. Ultimate, I love the little mangrove trees too. I see one on the left in the water. Yeah, I've got a really nice shot of that one on its own. This spot is good. It is. It's easy, and yeah, the car park's chockers. Everyone is here. But they'll all leave soon because we'll lose colour, and then the blue hour will kick in, and things will look really nice. So I won't even bother showing you the back of the camera because the back of the camera looks exactly like what you're seeing. Yeah, this little tree down here, I have a really good, I just sold a picture of that. I just sold a picture of that little tree. It was almost close to a perfection. It's one of my older photos. Sold it in a big 1 metre by 1/2 metre acrylic print. So yes, on the right tide, you can get that just all on its own. Lots of rocks down there though, so you'll want to be wearing shoes around here. There are stonefish here. Pano nut. Very good for us, yes. Thank you, Pano nut. And have a look at that. That is, yeah, that is pretty epic. I'm glad I moved. That was the car trip. Alright, I'm just going to keep firing off. I don't need to take lots of shots, just one every couple of minutes. And I'm doing multiple exposures. I will expose for my foreground and my background. Let me get my roll on. I can already feel the midgies and the mozzies attacking me. Oh God, I hope I bought it. I know I bought it. Just, where is it? I know I bought it. There it is. It's in my bag of goodies. So yeah, Christmas party soon, and this is where I'll do it. It's going to be an open invite to anyone and everyone. It'll be more of a meet-up than a Christmas party, to tell the truth. But yeah, it'll be good to get everyone to come along and meet each other. Put some faces to the names. It's going to be very peoply out there soon with school holidays. Yeah, I'll arrange this meet-up before school holidays. So it will probably be, it's going to be early December, because I think school holidays, oh, look at the big bus stop out there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Just right there in the middle of the frame. There's a big bus stop just happening then. Oh, those midgies are still getting me. Oh, Pano Nut is Eric. How are you, Eric? I love your photos, Eric. Eric's really good. I'm really enjoying Eric's photos. Wow, there's lots of bus stops. Have a look at them all. I'm just going to take away from the... There's bus stop. If you're just watching the water out, especially under this tree, there's some big bus stops happening out there. I wonder what that is. It's very shallow. It's probably only knee deep at best out there. They might be just like little pike or something chasing the small fish. When I say a big bus stop, you know, I'm a fisherman. I exaggerate a lot. A big bus stop, and it's probably a mullet. Alright, so I'm just going to say, yeah. Let's just do an actual pano. Get as much sky in as I can. It's all about the sky in this spot. Let's go down to F8. I don't need to be at F14. So F8, exposing for my highlights. So that gives me a 1/6 of a second. Wow, look at that sky. That's epic. And then we'll go out that way as well. So that's a proper pano, that one. And then we'll go back into, you know what I'll do, I'll overcook this pano. We'll get more than what I need. Just to make sure that I've got more than what I need. But yeah, blue hour is going to be pretty special tonight if that cloud stays up there, which I reckon it will. Blue hour could be pretty bloody good. I love what I've got framed up. I do. I'm going to even frame it up a little bit. Like those trees just balance each other out perfectly. I was talking about balance today. So on a bit of a side note, I've got a little side project going. So a few people have had invites to my little side project. I'll drop more info eventually. John Carter, hello. Hello and welcome. Let me just check the chat again. Is that the croc? Could be. Yeah, Christmas party. Midgies, yeah, midgies are shocking here. Eric, yes. John Carter, how are you? 10 or 20 minutes later, the ambulance came back out, followed by 2 police wagons. I don't know what happened yet. That sunrise was a complete flop. I've missed something. I'm sorry, I'm missing comments. Just the reception is really bad, and it's only showing me every now and then it refreshes, and I get like 20 comments refreshed. So I'm sorry, I've missed comments, but hello, John. Hopefully people in the chat can see all the comments, and it's just me that's doing it. Okay. Yeah, reception, it's still running at like, yeah, snail's pace. Have a look at that for a scene. Every time I move the camera, I'm just going to keep the camera still. I'm going to keep the camera still. The reception is terrible. I need a new phone. Hint, hint. Look, honestly, I don't think a new phone would make a difference. It's Harvey Bay. It's Harvey Bay. I'm just going to keep the phone still, and hopefully it sort of stays nice and crisp. So put it this way, to do a stream I need to have a bit rate of at least 2,500. That's like the minimum recommended bit rate for a live stream is 2,500. I'm currently running at 500. So yeah, so every time my phone refreshes, comments will disappear and then they'll come back up. But as long as you guys are enjoying the view, who cares what I can see? Who cares what? I'm sitting there talking to myself, and people are looking at me funny. People are like, have a look at this guy. Have a look at this guy, he's talking to himself. Don't go near him. Actually, that's a good, if I keep talking to myself, people might not come near me. They'll go, there's a crazy guy up there talking to himself. Don't go near him, kids. Maybe I should talk a bit louder. Oh, wow. That sky is, yeah, it's doing, there's some nice big puffy clouds behind there. It's really doing stuff. I almost need more spray. Let me just move this over this side. It's a nice view. It is a nice view. Yeah, look, I'm not going to move. I'm just going to keep it all here, and hopefully it'll just sort of come in and come out as it needs to. Yeah, I'm going to turn my camera off. I've already noticed a mega hot pixel on my camera. So yeah, big dirty hot pixel, which I've re-pixel mapped my camera, because you can do that. You can pixel map your cameras, and that should clear out all your hot pixels, which I'll do a video on that one day. The clouds are amazing. Have a look at that. Like they're starting to bubble up, like this one up here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That one's bubbling up really nicely. I just start coughing, but yeah, that's a good idea actually. Let me see if I can oh no, that's all right. They're in the car. All right, I've got to stop moving the camera. If I stop moving the camera, but yeah, that's a good idea, Ultimate. I have to remember that one next time. But yeah, we're in the clear. It's like I said, it's that time of night where everyone leaves. All right, let's turn our camera back on. Wow, have a look at it. That is just, this is epicness. This is epicness. And like, it's just, everything's framed up really nicely too. I don't like this tree cutting into those clouds, but this one just being underneath the clouds is nice. So if anything, yeah, I'd like to just move that cloud a little bit. But again, it's one of those spots, if I move, then I'm shooting into those trees. If I move that way, I'm shooting into those trees. So I've got to kind of stay here, because I can't really move. I can move a little bit to the left. I could come over this way a little bit. Let's just see what it looks like over here. So if I come over here to get that one out of the frame, then I've still got to deal with this tree, which I don't want to do. But I might do that anyway. See, and then I'll lose all that. And I don't want see, this is where I don't want to use that rule of thirds. I don't want those trees I want those trees in the middle of my frame. They just balance it out. I'd love it to be framed up like this, with those clouds off to the left. But then it's unbalanced. I want the trees in the middle of my shot. I don't want it off balance, if that makes sense. And look, I'm going to take the shot anyway, because I'll kick myself if I get home and said, oh, I should have just done it. Alright, most people are leaving. See, look at that. That's just framed up almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. Alright, I'm going to go and grab that shot over here. Which I know it's not... I know it's not going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'll show you in the editing stream. And then everyone will say, that's your best shot. Yeah, let's give it a crack. Let's have a look and see how it looks. Okay, we're really into long exposure territory now. I'm going to do multiple exposures. It's nice and still. There is wind around, but it's a northerly wind, so we're kind of protected by all the trees. Wow, what a sky. Would you like me to order this sky for our Christmas party? How does that sound? I'll order a sky like this. Just bring lots of midgie spray. But yeah, this spot's good, because I know there's a couple of people that, you know, aren't going to want to get down on the rocks and on the sand and get into trouble. So here's, look, this spot is good. Nice grassy area, plenty of car parks. So good parking spot. We'll need to get here early, because yeah, once sunset arrives, people will just start to rock up. So I might plan it for an hour before sunset, so then we can have a good chat and catch up. And then hopefully the sky does stuff, then we can get the cameras out and take some photos. But yes, was I distracted with my little side project? So basically it's Discord. If anyone knows what Discord is, I have been on Discord for many years with some of my gaming friends, and it's really good. It is, because it's no secret that I cannot stand Facebook. Facebook is just the scum of the earth. Facebook just doesn't show me anything from my friends. Facebook just shows me what it wants to show me, which is ads. Every time I jump on Facebook, I swear I scroll and all I see is ad after ad. I last about 3 seconds and then I close it down in disgust. So Discord, I'm going to see things that people are saying. I can talk to people I want to talk to. Not Facebook, friggin' Facebook. And Instagram's just as bad now. Instagram and Facebook, you've got to pay them to be seen. They drip feed you to, you know, get your hopes up. And then as soon as you get to a certain threshold, they're like, okay, if you want to see more, you pay us, and then we'll start recommending your posts. So I'm so close to dropping off Facebook altogether. But I know I do get a lot of business through Facebook, so I can't drop it off altogether, because, you know, it's a necessary evil. You have to be on it. That's all there is to it. Instagram, I don't see any point in Instagram whatsoever. Instagram is just shorts these days. Instagram is just shorts and reels, and Instagram's just turned to absolute garbage. But yeah, Facebook, look, you have to. That's where people are going to see your work the most, when Facebook decide to share it. And as soon as you put a link in your description, or, you know, they pick up on dollar signs, they pick up on links to websites, and they just don't recommend them. They don't push them out. Which, at least in Discord, I can just talk to people I want to talk about. and show people my shitty photos. I don't want the whole world on Facebook seeing my shitty photos. So I'll show all the people in my Discord my shitty photos and explain why they're shitty. So yeah, it's still in the testing stages at this stage. I've only invited a few people to sort of jump in and test everything out. So yeah, once I've got Discord sort of up and running and once I've got Discord up and running properly, I will do an open one. So I'm going to have 2 Discords. I'm going to have one just for our little group in Hervey Bay, which I will invite people slowly as I sort of start to get my head around running Discord, and then I'll open it up a different Discord. I'll open up a different Discord for everyone on YouTube with the same things in it. Okay, so that way that, yeah, if people just want to see local stuff, they can jump in the Hervey Bay Discord, and that'll be a small group. That'll be just, yeah, the smaller people, and then I'll have the other one for everybody. Discord is great. I love the different areas you have set up. Sharing photo tech, yeah. So that's basically what I've done is I've just set up pages. So I've got one for new gear. I've got one for landscape, seascape, macro. I've just got like little channels set up so people can go into the channels that they're interested in and have their own little conversations in those channels. So, you know, you might see a channel that's on macro. You don't need to go in there if you're not interested. Or you might see a channel for gear, and that's why it's at the bottom of the list. So it is good. It is really good. It's different. It's good. So yes, everyone will be invited eventually. So just I've only got, I think there's only about 12 of us in there at the moment. It is very much in the testing stage. I just want to test it out first before I throw it out to all the randos that are going to jump in, which are more than welcome. I do want as many people in there eventually. I do want randos. I want everyone in there. But yeah, I will. The one I've got at the moment is our little test one, and then I will basically create a new Discord for everybody, which will be good. It'll be good. Discord is a good app. Discord is a very good app. As long as you're in a good Discord. Look, I'm in a few Discords, and some of the Discords have hundreds and thousands of followers, and it's just a mess. As soon as you open it up, there's just thousands of messages, and you've got to scroll through garbage to see. Good thing is I don't even have 5,000 subscribers yet, so we're lucky. We've got a nice little group. I don't want it to get too big in Discord. I don't want a big Discord group. I would like to keep it nice and small, but at the same time, I want to try and get as many people in as we can eventually. So it probably won't be until the new year. Like I said, I just want to sort of test it out first, see how it's looking. I'm dropping out, yeah. Reception is bad. Sky looks great. I'm just going to leave it running. I know I will be dropping out a bit. The reception is pretty bad. What am I on? I'm on. See, if I go to that camera, it's brighter. I'm going to put you onto that camera for now, because if I go the ultra wide, you know, and that's the difference between a 2.8 lens and a 2.2 lens. So this is my 2.8 lens on the phone, and that's my 2.2. So it just lets in more light. So I'll leave it on that for now, because if I go wide angle, it's looking very dark, and the stream will probably drop out if it gets too dark. And I'm going to wind it up very soon, but the cloud's really doing stuff now. It's getting up. We've got some nice lines in the sky. As in, let me just quickly go back to that wide angle view. Now that cloud is running right across the top of the trees. It's not interfering with my trees. So, and that's why I'm going to keep running, because if I get my award-winning shot, it has to be on a live stream. It's just, everything is just framed up really nicely. Everything is framed up really nicely. I'm at that stage, I can't even do multiple exposures unless I bump up ISO. Yeah, this spot. And look, you know, it's one of those spots. It is a really nice spot. It's just, to me, it's a bit too common. It's too accessible, and that's what I don't like. Shots that everyone else is getting. I like to get my own little thing and make it mine, rather than get the shot that everyone's got. But when it comes to an award-winning image, like, not everyone sees this. Like, this is going to be international, so it might be common to us, but it's not common to everybody. It's pitch black there. Yeah, look, it's the phone picking up. I'm looking directly into the sunset, the last light. So that's sort of more what it looks like. But our cameras can't see in the dark. So the clouds keep changing, so I'm just going to stay here as long as I can. Okay, I'm out to 30 seconds now. I'm at 30-second exposure, f8. ISO still at 100. I told him to have a pets channel on Discord. Yes. I will do a pets channel, definitely. I will definitely do a pets channel. That is a thing. Everyone, I think most of the Discords do have a pets channel. So I will do the pets channel. So yes, I will slowly be in touch with people as it rolls out, and I will start to send out invites and then open it up to everyone eventually. So again, the people that are, I'll speak to the people in the Discord when I get home. It's sort of just trying to work out what we need to include more than anything. Sort of, I just want to make it so, because like some of the Discords I'm in, there's just like crap in there that I don't care about. I just want it to have things that interest people. Before I roll it out to everyone, I want to sort of just get it good before everyone jumps in. That's pretty much my only genre these days. Yeah, look, it's a good genre to be in. It is. I almost bought Ripley out today. I did. I almost bought her. But we need to do a test run first. I want to do a test run with her. I'm just worried she's going to jump up and kick the camera over, like knock the camera over, the tripod, or... but yes, I will definitely have her with me. And we will even do, because I think Linda mentioned it a while ago, having a pet meetup. We'll get all our dogs to meet up. Because I've met most of the dogs, and I know that they will get along. Paranut, thank you, Neil. My first time watching your live stream and really enjoyed it. Got to go now, bye. Okay, thank you, Eric. So thanks for popping in, Eric, and keep up the photos. Like I said, you're another one of these people that Facebook doesn't show me your work, and then all of a sudden I'll see one from like 12 days ago, and it's really frustrating when Facebook does that. Like, I do miss a lot of people's photos just because Facebook feeds me ads and shit. So yeah, thanks, Eric. It was good to have you along. Birdman, can you give me hope? Then I can get some good shots. Look, Birdman, honestly, if I bring you here and you don't get a good shot, unsubscribe and don't follow me anymore. I will guarantee you'll get some good shots. So this spot is good. Look, in saying that, we do have to have a sky. We do have to have a sky to get... Like, it's a good foreground. I do love these pandanus trees. They are nice. They've mowed the grass too, so the grass is nice and mowed. It's slowly starting to grow back after all that rain we had. But yeah, this spot, it's nice. I'll post some of the photos on Facebook and Shitstagram, and you'll get to see them in my Chasing the Award-winning image. You might get to see them. You'll get to see my raw files before I destroy them. Oh, a dog meat, yes, absolutely. That's Leslie. We've met Leslie's dogs a few times, haven't we, Leslie? Leslie's, yes. So Leslie will bring all 4 of hers, will you? Bring all 4 of them? That's a meet-up in its own. Leslie's got her own crew of dogs. So, yeah, Leslie's dogs are cool. The girls love them. Jade's always asking whether she can come over again, so yeah, it will. It'll be good. It'll be good. And yeah, I know, yeah, all the dogs I've met so far, they will get along. They will get along. All right, well, you know what? I might wind it up. I'm starting to lose the colour. The cloud's kind of fizzling out. So thank you to everyone who stuck through that stream. What turned out to be almost a disaster has actually turned out to be bloody good. I'm so glad I moved. I'm so glad I moved. That was the best decision I've made today. So yes, thank you to everyone who stuck with me through the crappy reception and everything. It's probably just a me issue, but yes, thank you everyone. And you know me, I said I'm going. I'll still talk for another 10 minutes while I pack up. Yeah, thank you. And I will be in touch. So yes, very, very excited about Discord. Get Discord up and running and get a few people in there to sort of help me come up with some ideas. I've set up a couple of mods in there, so if you give me the shits, I'll tell them to ban you. It's simple as that. And that's a good thing with Discord. If you don't like someone, you can ban them and say goodbye. So I am going to finish up. I am going to finish up. So you love my new names for fake book and shitstagram. Yeah, that's, look, honestly, Meta is, like I said, it's not showing me what I want to show. It's showing me what it wants to show. I hate that I'm not seeing posts. Like, I didn't even know Diane was here until about a week after she was here, even though she posted that she was here. Things like that, just things like that annoy me. I want to see what my friends are doing, not ads. So, anyway, I am going to wind it up. It's almost pitch black, so I'm going to go home and have a look at some of my epic photos that I just got. So thank you all again, and I will see you soon. I will. All right, see yous all.